Hey everybody, I'm Tim Jacobs and I want to welcome you to the August 2020 edition of the Zipline. Now first things first, this Wednesday, August 5th, 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain, we have another Wednesday workshop. Remember we said we were going to start doing them once a month at the beginning of the month. And this month's title, very simple, Minding the Drift. What do I mean by that? Well, while a lot of our churches are reporting stable finances, in fact, a lot of them even better than normal finances, one of the concerns that we are hearing about is the lessening of engagement on the part of the average person in our congregations. So we have to ask the question, where is everybody at? What's taking up their attention? Are they starting to drift? And so, the answers are pretty simple, right? We have a 24/7 news cycle combined with social media, which is producing an environment of fear and anger that's being stoked, of course, by the virus, by the social unrest, conspiracy theories, the whole issue of schools reopening, and of course, the upcoming election that's going to be happening pretty soon as well. So this is a lot of stuff that can easily crowd out the life that's supposed to be centered on Jesus. And when we don't have contact or regular contact, it makes it really hard for us to shepherd the sheep. Are you sensing this as well? Jesus commanded Peter to take care of the sheep, and it's like, how are we going to do that now? And so chances are you may be feeling the same fear yourself. What if people don't come back when we open the doors completely? How do we keep people from drifting into total disengagement? Because we're always forming habits, whether good ones or bad ones. We're never static. And so if you're out of ideas, or you just need more insight, or maybe you're doing things really well, please join us this Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 Mountain. We'd love to have you there. We're going to come together just to share ideas. We have a little bit of an agenda in terms of, kind of a few things we're going to kind of open up with, but this is an opportunity to interact and engage and hopefully be encouraged by what God can do through all of us coming together. Second, don't die a poor pastor. That is the subject of the most recent podcast that we have released, and it's with Rick Stangheli and Jerry Rich from FCMM. So, this whole podcast is about the particulars of pastors when it comes to salaries, housing allowance, retirement, savings, approaching an elder board, about, compensation and all that kind of stuff. And so part of our responsibility as leaders is caring well for our families and the resources that God has given to us and managing those. And I want to encourage you, don't let the chaos of this present day circumstance distract you from planning wisely for tomorrow for yourself and for your family. And you've got to listen to what these guys have to say. I mean, these are like the smartest guys that I've ever talked to on this subject. And by the way, when you do that, subscribe to the EFCA West podcast. Now, we've released 2. We have a few more on there, but there's 2 that we've kind of publicized. And you'll see, I'll just show you how to do it on an iPhone, because that's what I have. Just go to, your podcast, hit search, type in EFCA West podcast, and then hit subscribe. Or you can go directly to the website, efcawestpodcast.podbean.com, and then you can hit that RSS feed and then choose your device, whatever you have. Or you can just listen directly from the site. And I encourage you to do that. So, we had the previous podcast with Dr. Lucas O'Neill from Trinity to talk about leveling up your preaching. So good. And I love talking to people who are smarter than I am, because it's not that hard to find those people. So look for our podcast to be released about every other week. Finally, you'll see in the Zipline what we are calling our all people recommended reading list that our team compiled to help you get acquainted with a lot of the books that are out there regarding issues of race and social justice and all that. Now, please understand, this list is not an endorsement. These are not books that we say, we agree with everything in them. These are just the books that are out there, a brief description, and then you can read them. And some of them have been written by our own people in our own tribe. For example, this book here, Mandarin Fish, The Splendor of the Diverse Church, by Ron King, who pastors Bridges Community Church in Fremont. Great book, excellent pastor in our tribe. This is one that I would absolutely recommend for you. So please use this list as a guide for what's available so that you can be more, prepared and to lead. So that's all for this video, but there's a lot of other things you can see there in the Zipline this month, and please check those things out. I really hope to see you on Wednesday. Follow the link to register, only 1 hour, 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain. And I want to remind you of one thing, Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. So I'm telling you, don't give up. I'm gonna have to give up on this video because it's getting windy out here and I'd hate for it to blow over. But hey, we'll see you later on. Hopefully see you on Wednesday. God bless.